Hello my friends, and welcome to the United Nations. No, I'm not even kidding you. I'm at the UN right now, which is pretty surreal if you think about it. It still hasn't sunk in. I'm literally sitting at one of the chairs where I'm sure someone very, very important has once sat in. Today I'm here working with the UN for World Humanitarian Day, which is a great campaign to help people who are impacted every day by war and conflict. Children, women, just civilians in general who want no part in wars but get caught in the middle of it and suffer every day, whether they're refugees or their families killed and taken away from them, or they're displaced and have to go to other parts of their country, or they don't have a home or a job. Just civilians around the world who live a life so horrific I honestly can't even imagine. And so I was so thrilled when they asked me to be a part of this, because it's something I really, really, really feel deeply for, but you know, it seems such a far away from the privileged life that I lead, so I wanted to get involved any way I can. I'm so excited to be a part of this, especially speaking up for the women and girls around the world who are affected every day by war and conflict.
Like right now, daily. So you can see today we've already hit what, $3 billion? Yeah, on weapons.
So the last footage you guys saw was on Tuesday at the UN, where I got to tour it, take some photos, and they briefed me on everything for today, which includes giving a speech in Times Square. Mind you, I have not given a speech since probably I was in speech class in high school, but it's been a while since I've gotten up in front of a crowd. Definitely never been in front of a crowd the size of Times Square, so I'm a little nervous, but it's for an amazing cause, and I really want to speak up on this issue because helping refugees and the humanitarian crisis that the Middle East and so many areas of the world right now are facing is something really, really important to me. So I'm so happy that I get to have this speech. So I'm trying to think about that instead of how nervous I am. Got my speech in my purse, which I'm going to practice on the subway right there, and it's going to be good.
Like practice run or what? What time is it? Alright, it's me in September. Front and center for this concert. Yeah.
My name is Ryan Leslie, and I'd like to welcome you to the World Humanitarian Day commemoration in New York City's world-famous Times Square. And tomorrow marks World Humanitarian Day. It's a day when the United Nations and the global humanitarian community are honoring aid workers who risk their lives to provide humanitarian aid for people in need all around the world. This year, we're focusing our efforts on helping to protect civilians who are trapped in wars that are happening in the places right where they live. We see it on the news every night. Millions of people trapped in wars not of their own making. Children, refugees, aid workers. And the world can do much more to make sure that they're protected. So on this World Humanitarian Day, the United Nations and the whole of the humanitarian community are asking people like you and like me to join the cause, to demand world leaders to do all they can do to protect the millions of people trapped in conflict, to ensure that no matter what, civilians are not a target. Today we brought together a special group of aid workers, activists, and actors to help us understand the plight of these civilians and how you and I can help.
Their fires took my village. Their guns shredded our men, and their soldiers violated the women. More came to select wives among us. I was chosen. Each time I tried to escape resulted in 100 lashes underneath the hot sun. I could feel every bead of sweat creep into every open wound. But like my captors, I too was relentless. My will broke their grasp. This is the story of a 15-year-old girl who escaped Boko Haram.
Just finished my speech. Very, very nervous the whole time, but thankfully didn't mess up, and I'm so happy that I did it. Even though it was a little nerve-wracking, I'm really happy that I could be here on World Humanitarian Day and speak up about something that is so, so important right now. And please sign the petition. I'll include everything in the info box. This is just so important to get out there. It doesn't take any money, it doesn't take any time, just 10 seconds, sign the petition so you can help change the world. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll catch you on the flip side.